you kidding me? Not me.
I can't help the snow. I forgot about this.
Oh yeah, make us look bright.
Yeah, make us look amazing. You look amazing at Kyan.
Naturally amazing.
Naturally beautiful.
This is naturally beautiful. Good thing you're a man.
Oh, hey.
Wait, we're live.
How are you feeling right now?
Fantastic.
How so?
Made for this.
It's your first YouTube experience?
Jade, do you know I was cast for a reality television show, correct?
Was it like
You
my out of
are?
control
I
child?
was. For TBS, but my mom wouldn't let me on it because...
TBS?
Or what, Turner Broadcasting Systems? Or
Yeah.
not?
Reality TV
Or
show.
whatever. It was called John's Creek. And it was like the real world, but for John's Creek. But my mom wouldn't let me be on it because she would got fired from the Catholic Church because my family's just bad as hell. So she wouldn't let me go on it.
Well, hi everybody. Welcome to this week's Coffee with Kyan. We're gonna talk about actually something about making it happen, but somebody actually is making it happen right now, and somebody just came on the phone, and another one to jump on another phone. So we're gonna go on and get the ball rolling, and we're gonna talk about this week, the topic.
Yeah,
We had a big
definitely.
week this week.
Huge week.
Huge week.
Yeah,
Oh, and
definitely.
rolling the next week. It's been a crazy month, huh?
Gosh, yeah, it
What is
has.
it, like almost the end of January? Yeah.
Yeah, not even.
Not even.
It's been crazy.
Everything that was
Yeah.
slow in December kind of escalated in these past couple weeks.
Totally snowballed the past couple
But
weeks.
it's all good.
So-
Yeah, it's been good. It's not been out of control.
Everything is good. We're
It's all
good.
So I think we're rolling to the second season, the foreign series. So to kick off the series, let's do a little quick intros about who we are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jade, Disque, Salesforce specialist here at IT Works.
Hillary Vogel, Workday specialist, IT Works, dog mom, and lover of the people.
Should be a little extra. I'm a wannabe dog mom.
Hashtag Miller and Moose Monday. Check us out every Monday.
Most of you know me, Kyan Wei. Thank you for coming back. Let me just warn you first. I don't know how this episode is going to go because this is gonna be really much like the almost a view style. We're just gonna
Oh, sure.
talk
It's gonna be
through
fantastic.
something. However, though, we all have in common is
Yeah.
we have all closed deals.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
So we're gonna talk
Doing
about.
big things.
You've done it from the beginning, right? The preparation through the end of the process, and then would you like to join us?
Like, no.
Definitely want to welcome your comments as well and your advice because we talk so much about what it's about, making it happen, what's about the business development, the sales aspect of things, and then the recruitment, the stuff making it happen.
Hey
directly
everybody,
from Cincinnati.
say hey to our new hire Paul. He is all the way from Cincinnati. So welcome Paul. Paul?
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, Paul made it happen all the way from Cincinnati
He did
down
make
to
it
Atlanta,
happen.
over the crazy snow, and then he can probably show you. He will have a dedicated episode to talk about his relocation.
Perfect.
It's been
Awesome.
quite a journey as well. So we're going to talk about make it happen. What's making it happen?
Sure. Honestly, whenever I take on a role or a job, I like to already consider it done, you know? Already make, like, in my mind, like, have the mindset of, it's going to get filled. I just need to take the time, to make it happen, have a time frame, and it's a strict deadline. So that's kind of like my strategy behind, making it happen. Already getting the mindset, positivity mindset that you already are going to make it happen.
Is that partially the confidence that you just walk in and think that you're going to get stuff, make stuff?
I would say so. I'm a pretty confident person. I'm not arrogant at all, but I'm just pretty.
I'm not sure how to read that.
Just kidding. I was a stab at Hillary.
Cool.
So I feel like it's just a confidence thing. You think it and it becomes a reality.
Thoughts
That makes
become
sense.
things.
Yeah, thoughts become things.
Because it had to come to reality, right? Now you have actually candidates walking through the door from the business that you brought in, the clients that you have turned it from cold to warm to not gonna respond back to your emails and calls and to MIA to you're my best friend.
Yeah.
And especially establish a contract, negotiate a contract, and literally going through the moments of there's hope, there's wish, and there is I can totally see this, and then to the rejection, the objection to tons of rocks throwing at you. tears, angry moments, somebody stomping down the hallway, and then curse words or no curse words. It's all element of the entire life cycle.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like tenacity is a really big quality to have in this kind of role as well. You know,
In this lifestyle.
Yeah, I've known Hillary for a couple of years, and we'd never give up. Never.
Speak for yourself. This one I'm
speak
not
for
sure.
yourself. So, I don't give up. So don't listen to him. But yeah, definitely tenacity. It's knowing you're the best and knowing that you can do what you're set out to do. You know, through the trials and tribulations, especially with this kind of job. You know, you're going to have things that go your way, and then you know some days you won't. So I mean, it's always rising above from the ashes in the end, and you know, quote unquote, making it happen, doing what it takes to, you know, make it happen, whether you work through lunch or, you know, you're calling candidates till 8 or 9 at night. So,
Or Saturday.
you know, sometimes it takes sacrifices, but, you know, you don't get to where you are by doing minimal work and not being the best. So
One of the things I really like about the recruiting industry is we have such an ability to benefit people around us. Like, recruiting is all about relationships. And actually learning what drives another person, what makes another person excited in their new role, and that to me, that motivates me. The fact that I have the ability to impact another person's life, and they don't even know it yet. I've got to make it happen, make that right call, ask the right questions, and you know,
I think that's
right
a
person.
great analogy because one thing that's very different from I believe that how we do things at IT works than any of the other staff industry or company that I've worked with personally is we focus so much on, you know, want to make things happen, and then we always do this, hope it worked out.
Yep.
But here our mentality is looking at the anticipation. We don't call we're gonna come into doing this, and how
not commit to it.
yeah, how committed you are is 80%, 82%, and then some people throw a number like I'm looking at you right now, 92% of knowing that this will happen, and then what's the 8% that we focus on the unknown to turn it into how we got this down.
Right.
But you know, relationship, however, this is something that at least in my current stage of training and development, I can't really talk much further yet about what is building relationship. I can teach you about how to build relationships, but how to manage relationship channel back into our personal relationship as well. You know, there's
It's huge, though.
even though it's in the
huge.
relationship is healthy, again, it's not always rainbows and sunshines. I'm using this analogy
Right.
of you place it through a deal, right? A
Right.
placement with a client and a candidate. You know, there's gonna be moments. Oh, I know it's gonna go well, and you know, may have a very rocky phone interview, or if the phone interview has gone well, they have a very rocky start of their on-site, and sometimes even all the way through the start date and so on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to build a relationship to anticipate what you're going to anticipate, if that makes sense. So, I mean, the more that I know about my candidate's personal life, the more I know about their background and how they like to be managed, how they don't like to be managed. That way, I can place them with the right company, and so the anticipation, the what could go wrong is kind of minimized, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's definitely about having genuine interest, you know, in your candidates for sure. You know, it's of course a business and an industry, but it goes both ways. Without each other, you know, you wouldn't be able to accomplish what you're looking to accomplish, whether it's a new job or a new candidate. So I think genuine interest in your candidates is huge. You know, calling them up after their first day, saying, "How was your first day of school? Like, were the kids nice to you?" And you know, just genuinely wondering about their day and how was your move? Oh, I'm sleeping on an air mattress for the next 2 weeks.
man.
Well, at least you got up there with all your stuff, and just really
Exactly.
building that positive relationship. I think that's massive.
Especially you two are not new to recruitment.
No.
Yeah.
You're
Nope.
well, especially I've done through individuals that have placed through you, been there for a while, either they have worked out or not worked out. You hear a bunch of stories, and you know, that's partially a fun aspect of keeping us, you know, engaged in this, doing what we do. But you obviously hear lots of crazy stories that I can't believe this person have a body odor. They didn't tell me about starting this new position, or oh, I never knew that, you know, they actually have this type of incentive versus otherwise, and I keep things very interesting.
Yeah, definitely tons of nuances, whether it's contract or perm, or you know, it even varies by location. Whether it's remote or on site, can definitely mean different things for a candidate in regards to how long they're going to be there, how much they're traveling, how long they're going to be with their family, friends, and kids during the week. So, like you said, it's different nuances of really getting to know your candidate, really know what they're looking for to have that successful relationship. Because I think really listening in turn and delivering, that's what really makes those partnerships work out, not only for the candidate but the client as well. So
Absolutely, especially we play a really key role between our client and candidate specifically. So we want to bring that angle back a little bit more on ourselves, yourselves actually first. What does it mean to you specifically about making it happen? Why does it mean so much to you?
Well, I mean, like I said, the reason I do this is because I want to benefit another person's life and come to them with an opportunity that they might not have ever thought about, ever imagining creating. So making it happen to me is just, I know that person's out there, and I'm not going to stop until I find the right person. So just tenacity and knowing your network and knowing your market and what works and kind of what doesn't work in the market as well, and being able to consult with either the candidate or the client. Like, you know, if the market isn't, if the client isn't offering kind of like a market average, kind of consulting with them and having them flex that role so it will be appealing for the right candidate.
It goes both ways,
Yeah,
right?
it goes both ways.
Candidates and clients, and sometimes that they do turn into the other role.
I mean,
Vice versa.
employment is kind of like a marriage, you know. Both parties have to be happy for it to be successful. So that's kind of my reason, and that's kind of my motivation behind making it happen. And then it's just, you know, picking up the phone and and dialing. I mean, that's the easy part, I guess.
yeah.
The motion of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, what about you?
Why do I make it happen? So I'm gonna get a little personal with you guys for a second. So I do what I do to make my mom proud. As a kid, my parents got divorced when I was really young, and she did everything she could, you know, to put food on the table and provide for us, and, you know, never have us want or need for anything. So that's kind of my same mindset, being a strong woman in this industry, providing for myself and my family and my future, and, you know, doing what I can control to make it happen, and not making it happen is not an option. So that's
that
something.
hit home a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you essentially, I don't really believe in luck. I think you create your own luck.
Yeah.
You know, the work that you put in, you typically get what you put out, what you get out of what you put in. So it's important that you put your heart, blood, sweat, soul, and everything that you do.
And I've known Hillary for a long time, and that's exactly what she does. The girl does not give up.
Cheers.
Yeah, we definitely see that. Cheers to that. That takes a lot of tenacity and determination as well. Yeah, no, I can't even think of Sheldon have come on this episode. If you actually made it on this episode, what's gonna turn out?
I don't know.
Sheldon to come up. Yeah.
He's making it happen off screen.
Sheldon is making it happen, people. For all of your epic needs, Sheldon Peters is the man.
Please comment, like, and then we'll talk much further down in there. I'm glad you also mentioned about, you know, it's not pure luck. Especially
not at
a
all.
lot of
Not in this
individuals
industry,
that
it's not.
either exactly
Absolutely not.
most people are watching this right now probably either are coming from the staffing industry or are interested in finding out what staffing industry is.
Yeah.
Obviously nobody went to school for staffing or recruiting and so on, and then we have to, regardless what our life experience came from or is like, we have to figure out a way to make ourselves relatable to the people that we talk to.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about that element of how to make it happen, how to make ourselves relevant to anybody that we touch.
I think that goes back to genuine interest, right? You know, finding that common ground. I'm working a lot in Massachusetts lately, up north. I personally love the Cape, love Nantucket. I know it's a fantastic place to vacation, but having that common interest, you like lobster, you love the beach, me too, great, best friends, this is going to be awesome.
Let's talk about Workday.
Yeah, let's talk about Workday. But really just finding something that you can kind of relate to on a personal level, you know, whether you both love dogs or, you know, you both love travel. I think there's always something that you can kind of pick out just by listening and really getting to know your candidate, you know, to find common ground on, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, from my experience, talking the Salesforce talk and actually talking about the different platforms, clouds, and knowing the jargon for the market, that helps me be more relatable.
Credibility too.
Yeah, credibility makes me be more relatable to the people I am talking to, and in that way, that opens the door for them to be more personal with me. I'm surprised about what people tell me on the phone, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there really is kind of no limit of what I've been told before in the
Play
past.
the role of Dr. Phil and recruitment consultant. So, it's a different...
And we all learn vice versa mutually.
Yeah.
So.
But I think, just our markets, that's what we have in common with our candidates, and that's opens the door to any kind of conversation.
It's mutually benefiting.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And what's within our control? Now you actually have gone through the entire process of the full 360. What do you think that's within our control throughout the entire process that you didn't think we would? Add a twist on that.
We didn't think we would.
Say everything.
I would say like digging deeper into what could happen. It goes back to the anticipation. Having kind of playing devil's advocate and thinking of scenarios that could go wrong and poking holes into it and just being honest with your candidates, very open and transparent. You know, putting it on them like, hey, I'm concerned about this. Tell me why I shouldn't be concerned.
Is there a specific area that you're thinking about anticipation that was really more you really had to go back and dig that out information out?
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, I mean, it's just in general.
oh
yeah. I'm most of the time I pick up. I have multiple calls with my candidates. One's introductory, and the next one I kind of come back with concerns and wanted to dig deeper into like the projects that they worked on. So for me, like my thought process is like I look at everybody's resume and I like think of things that could potentially be an issue and why they wouldn't potentially be the right fit. So like my candidate can kind of prove to me why they are the right fit, or like have an example of how they came back and combated that situation.
So you have done your due diligence. I think that obviously there's a theory of a 10,000 hours. Before you spend 10,000 hours, you can't really call yourself an expert in that specific element of things. So you have to put your work into to learn your craft. And obviously about Salesforce, about the jargon and all.
Yeah, I guess
to that.
my, spin and take on it, really being able to control, coming from a sports background, you have such, no, seriously though, in this recruitment role, essentially you're kind of like the captain or the quarterback that calls the shots, that makes the plays, and you have the ability to influence others, whether it's the people that are playing with you or the people out in your market, the people that you associate with that are quote unquote fans, whatever from a football standpoint. But being able to kind of be that mediator in the middle between the client and candidate, see both sides, because essentially you're in the middle and see the whole 360. I think that's a really unique, viewpoint that a lot of people don't get, and being able to speak for both sides equally and fairly. I think that's an awesome relationship to have as well, with both sides of the parties, and to be in the middle to have that viewpoint.
And it's good that it's one of the things I like about being in a niche market as well. You kind of know the market, you know exactly what's going to work for what type of candidate, and you know what's not going to work, and you're able to have that influence, like Hillary said, with both the candidate and the client. I feel like that's yeah.
I mean, you have the playbook too, so you know what's going to work, what's not, when you should QB blitz, when you should go for the touchdown. But I think it comes with a business acumen on both sides of really being able to know your market and know it really well, to not push and force things. A lot of times things will naturally happen and fall into place when you are doing the right thing, and you're doing the thing that's best for the candidate and the client. It's a lot smoother than trying to shove a round circle into a square peg, so to say.
Yeah, I was shooting in the dark, not knowing what you're up against. And the cool thing about it is when you have done it, it's in your repertoire now.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
very cool.
For sure.
So what's next on your make it happen list?
Oh man.
Make it happen multiple times.
Multiple times a day.
Over and over again.
I don't know, just consistency to bring to my candidates, clients the same thing and the same process and the same end result that I always will and always will give them is, open and honest communication as well as deliverance. I think that's really important, to build on, especially growing and expanding such a large market. So
And make it a name for yourself in the market as well.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Commit to it and do it consistently, continuously to build that credibility.
Never give up.
Yep.
Cool. Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cool. Hey guys, so if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Does everybody get a hold of you?
Well, my office number is 678-291-0081.
You're such a nerd. You guys can contact me on LinkedIn. I am forever connected, whether it's on my watch, my phone, my laptop.
Yeah.
Seriously, contact me. Hillary Vogel, LinkedIn Workday Specialist. Would love to talk to you guys and learn about you guys a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely shoot me a message on LinkedIn if you're interested in talking about pursued a new opportunity within Salesforce.
It's been a cool week. We see lots of the gong ringing, and then several folks actually closed their very first deal, and then lots more to come. Major.
Good things.
So cheers to
happening for
everybody.
sure.
And,
Cheers, guys.
Special
Happy
shout out
Friday.
to Sheldon. Special shout out to Stephanie
sure here.
today. So we'd love to talk to you guys next week. Any question, please feel free to comment, share, and then obviously that like our posting. We'll see you next week.
Love you, Mom. Bye.
You're such a nerd. I love that. It was funny.